Hey everybody, Real Estate Ninja here. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much to everyone that's hitting the subscribe button. This channel is blowing up. I really appreciate it. We're going to go over today a story out of Business Insider. What's it titled? Home prices are falling fastest in these 25 cities, helping buyers escape helping buyers escape the least affordable housing market since 1985. It is going to get so much better than this. These cities that I'm going to talk about are in pretty big areas, right? But that is expected. I teach this in the real estate crash course, how it's always these different sectors. It's always the large cities, the metropolitan areas that go first because they have the biggest boom. So they have the biggest bubble, they have the biggest pop. But then you start talking about like the suburbs that were affected. It does blow me away. There's nothing like a good old real estate market cycle upswing, that cleans up all the trash, all the rubbish in a lot of areas. And one of those areas is the suburbs. Suburbs where during downtimes, people would never want to touch. And during boom times, people are clamoring to get because they're like $50,000 or $100,000 cheaper than if you were to buy, 15 minutes closer to the cities, right? Those are the ones that actually start to drop first. But because there's so little inventory in those areas, you never really can tell. And it's a really neat phenomenon, and it actually becomes one of the greatest opportunities during a real estate crash. Now, as we go through this list, I want people to think about where we are as a country. You see, in 2005 to 2008, we didn't have China walking away from our currency. We didn't have the world splitting into two economic systems. We didn't have the wars that we have now in a different way where we're fighting proxy wars. There's a lot of things that are different. Sure, we were in war time during that time, but it was different. We knew where our money was going. Well, it's hard to even say that. It's like everything's a set of lies right now. But this is one thing that's really big. We did not have, in 2005, 2008, the inflation that we have right now. And this isn't just an American issue, a problem in America. This is all around the world. Currencies are failing, and we also didn't have the invention of central bank digital currencies that were coming out. And you have to realize that there has to be really bad things that come in order for people to swallow that pill, that central bank digital currency, we're going to track you anywhere you go kind of pill. So you've got to think that this is the greatest opportunity to buy a house here pretty shortly. And when I say pretty shortly, I'm talking about a year to 2 years from now, because interest rates are going to go much higher. The bond market is melting high up. It has now diverged and went against what the Federal Reserve was doing to try and control it slowly to the upside. It's now blowing past it. So without further ado, let's dive into this story from Business Insider. Again, it's entitled, Home prices are falling fastest in these 25 cities, helping buyers escape the least affordable housing market since 1985. Oh, real quick note, everybody that's in the real estate crash course, there's a special offer coming to you guys later this week before Black Friday. And so I want you guys to keep an eye out for your email, okay? And if anybody wants it, I'll put some 80% off links. As of the first of this year, I'll have went one full year trying to help as many people as I can at a bargain price. This will never, ever, ever happen again. That I can guarantee you. These courses are going to explode higher in price because I've done everything I can. I wanted to put this information, how to invest in real estate cycles, in the masses' hands. And now I'm moving on to the highly focused investor that wants to absolutely dominate this next market. It says here, affording a house in the U.S. hasn't been this difficult since Back to the Future was the top movie in theaters. Home affordability fell again in the third quarter to the lowest level since 1985, according to data from the National Association of Realtors, which is being having their entire existence compromised right now in the courts. To say this is unprecedented is absolutely insane. Would-be buyers remain out of luck as property prices steadily climb. The median home cost of $406,900 in quarter three, which was 2.2% higher than last year, according to the NAR's quarter three housing market, was released on November 9th. But that follows a 2.4% year-over-year decline. That's the most important thing you need to realize, okay? Houses are on the decline. So here we go. Let's start with the list. Let's dive right in. Austin, Texas, year-over-year price change of down 10.3%. The bigger they are, the harder they fall as far as the bubble popping, okay? Do not, and I'm telling you right now, am I buying a house right now? No. We are going to get much lower prices because of much higher mortgage rates, and it's going to be more difficult for people to buy mortgages to get into a mortgage. So that's why home prices are going to continue to plummet, because inventory is going to explode. If you think inventory has already increased this year nationwide, which it has massively, you haven't seen anything till 2024. And I want you to understand that just because it's going to be hard for the masses to buy a mortgage, to get into a mortgage. I'm used to buying paper. Sorry. Sorry, totally different topic. I'm used, okay, that's a totally different topic. I'm thrown off, it's live. Just know this, if you know what the bank is looking for, you're gonna get a mortgage. If you do exactly what the bank's looking for, you're gonna be one of the few that get these mortgages. And I know it sounds crazy. I started off the channel 3 years ago saying you want to buy houses at the highest interest rates possible, because that means you've got the lowest price possible on the house. And there's actually a swing down. I won't get into the course, but there's ways of charting this and seeing where your low is going to be on the house price, and then be able to gobble them up. But you only have like a year and a half, 2 years to do that. And not only that, as interest rates start to plummet, you'll be able to refinance down, and you'll be making so much money, it's stupid. All right, 10.3% down in Austin. Number 2, Honolulu, Hawaii. That's obvious, down 5.8%. Jackson, Mississippi. And let me know where you guys are coming from. Hashtag where you're coming from and watching this video. And let me know when you hashtag the city or the town you're in, what's going on with home prices down there. Jackson, Mississippi is down 4.8%. Shreveport, Louisiana. Look at this photo, man. Isn't that just a beautiful photo? Just gorgeous. Shreveport, Louisiana is down 4.6%. Cape Coral, Florida, down 3.6%. That's number 5. I want you to understand too that we're talking about big areas, right? But this is going to hit everyone, especially, this is something else that's really interesting and important for people to understand. When you're talking about big cities popping, that's one thing. The small cities, the rural areas that people fled during COVID, the shutdowns, to go into, they're now having to sell homes. I've already seen a couple for sale where they're going from remote work to going back to the office, or they're going to lose their job. And a lot of people about 6 months ago said, no, heck with it. I'll just quit. I'm not going to leave my new house and the town I'm in. I'm just going to quit, because there was a lot of jobs. Now jobs are falling off a cliff, and those people are going, oh crap, I can't find a new job. I have to sell my house. And so we are in quite a conundrum, something that our country has never seen in the history of our country. That means you have an unprecedented opportunity right now. Think about this. You are being handed the keys, the golden keys to the book of real estate right now, and where many investors have made millions and millions, if not some billions of dollars in real estate playing cycles, and nobody's teaching that. It blows me away. But I guess technically it's not real sexy, because with cycles you have to be patient. You need to teach patience, and then being able to strike when the iron's hot. It doesn't sell a lot of books, let's say, right? So Cape Coral, Florida, going down. Number 6, St. George, Utah, down 3.6%. Beautiful. St. George is beautiful. Provo, Utah, number 7, down 3.5%. Logan, Utah. Boy, Utah's getting smashed. 3.3% down. Now, remember too, these are low numbers. You're like, so what, Ninja? It's 3%, 5%, who cares? Okay, 3%, 5% today is going to turn into 10 and 20, and I'm not joking, you're going to see over 50% declines in the peak of this next crash. I am simply showing you the first phase of this crash. Then we're going to get into smaller towns, and they're not going to happen overnight. But the one thing that is guaranteed not going to happen overnight is you getting ready for this. It does take some time, okay? People need to realize that. Number 9, San Antonio, Texas is down 3.1%. Number 10, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, down 2.9%. Number 11, Kennewick, Washington, down 2.5%. Oh, and here's another thing too. I can show you on any single one of these listings, these cities, properties that are down 10, 15% from the original asking price. What you're seeing is the majority, and what is selling right now is the majority of homes are selling are lower end homes. The more expensive the home, the deeper the discount rates, okay? So you can't be confused, because in a market crash, the dumb money are usually the people that are the brand new home buyers that have never bought a home and they're FOMOing in, or brand new super excited home flippers that are buying some information on sub 2. They have no idea what they're getting themselves into, and it's going to end very poorly with them buying up all that debt, because what's going to happen on the next cycle is all of these, and it's already started since December of this last year, massive waves of layoffs, and our unemployment skyrocketing, and the government's lying to you saying, oh, unemployment's going great because we're adding all these jobs. No, you're being lied to. They're taking away 1 full-time job and they're adding 2 part-time jobs, or 1.5 part-time jobs. Your tenants are about to be severely underemployed, especially as we move into a hyperinflation in energy and food in 2024. You're going to see some exciting things, and that's going to equate to tenants not being able to pay rent in certain locales. I don't know what to tell you. You got to be prudent and patient and wait for the right time to strike. Macron, Georgia is number 12, down 2.4%. Jacksonville, Florida is number 13, and it's down 2%. Chico, California, down 1.8%. Number 15, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, down 1.8%. Punta Gorda, Florida hits the number 16 spot at 1.8% down this year. Salem, Oregon, down 1.7%. Crestview, Florida, down 1.6%. Lakeland, Florida, 1.5%. Now, you're seeing a theme here as this list goes on to hit number 25. We have California, Idaho, Florida, right? Some parts in Louisiana. So you have to remember, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. They're popping first, okay? Next year, we're going to be telling you, I'm going to be going over a list of these cities, and these are going to be down in the high teens to 20 percentile, okay? And then they're going to fall more in 2025. I know, sounds crazy, but you're hearing this now. This is the first part of the cycle. This should get you fired up, amped up, and continuing your preparations for this real estate downturn. Number 20, Pensacola, Florida is down 1.5%. 21, Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, 1.5%. Yakima, Washington hits the 22 spot, down 1.4%. Salt Lake City, Utah, down 1.2%. Now, this is going to be interesting. I'm about to tell you the biggest part of this entire list. Number 24, Dallas, Texas is 1.1%. And then number 5, Houston, Texas is down 1.1%. Check this out. You notice that Las Vegas, Nevada was not on there? The reason why is Las Vegas is dropping like a rock. Las Vegas. Hold on, like I'm doing this live. It's very important to realize that the media wants to tell you stuff that's going on, but that this is the quick Google search. Las Vegas, Nevada. The median list price was near $500,000 in 2022, the median list price. It has come down significantly, but it's still not quite enough. The median home price nearly touched $450,000 in 2022, but is now hovering closer to $395,000. Among active listings, over 22% have cut prices. So real quick, can you guys do the math on what's the percentage drop from 500,000 to 395,000? Do me a favor and put that on there. You see, the media is trying to get these catchy things, but at the same time, they have buddies in the business. And what they want is they want to tell you stuff and get clicks and get information to you. But the truth is, Las Vegas should have been number 1. And what a lot of people don't realize is Las Vegas was the kickoff for the 2008 housing crisis, which actually started, they started plummeting in 2006. And so the truth is not being told to you in the media. That was the whole point of this entire video. So they have a list of 25 places that are dropping the fastest, and they leave the number 1 locale in the country out of it. The inventory in Las Vegas in the last year and a half has jumped over 1,000%. The available inventory for sale. This is not the time to buy a house in Vegas. Vegas is going to collapse under its own weight. So of Sin City. And this is why I tell you this, because I think it's so very valuable that you understand what's going on with this market. Look, I thank you so much for watching. Thank you to everyone that's hitting the thumbs up and the subscribe and the bell icon. You guys are awesome. We have a lot to go over in 2024, but I've got to start filming the new course, the bear market course on Wednesday. And I'm super excited because that course is going to take you through the scenario of, okay, we're here, this is what you're going to do. Because I want you to be thinking like a real investor, not a speculator in this market as this market falls. Because when the truth comes out and Business Insider starts going, oh yeah, there's Las Vegas, but who cares about them? No, it's actually a big deal, because every time, you know, their home value goes from 500,000 to 395, the median home value, they've just lost that much wealth, which means they panic a little bit more, and it comes out or reverberates out through the rest of the country. Okay, so people need to realize how much of a deal, big of a deal this is. All right, with that being said, I thank you so much for watching. Oh, hey, you know what? I'll just throw a little tidbit out. I'm not going to share the name, but there was a really big YouTuber that wanted to buy a house in Las Vegas a year ago, and I told them, I told them, you'd better not. And they listened to me, but they listened to all these other YouTubers in finance. That person came back to me a few months ago and said, I am so glad that I listened to you, and you were the only one telling me not to do it. When all these finance YouTubers are out there telling them it's a great time to buy, there's never a bad time to buy. I'm telling you what, think about all those sub-2 deals out there that people are running around trying to buy, and all their values are just falling, falling, falling. Got to be under the right teacher. It's going to be a big year next year. I can't wait. If you guys want 80% off, links down below. Hope you guys have a great day. The Real Estate Ninja is out. See, that's why you stay to the end of the video.